everybody. Today we are going to learn Fernando Sor's Opus 60, number 11. I hope you enjoyed my performance there. Check out musicandguitarlessons.com, where I am going to be hosting my videos after I finish a little construction here shortly, and you can learn how you can donate to me to keep this channel rolling. You can get this sheet music from the IMSLP. I'll link to the Fernando Sor section down there. Find Opus 60, find number 11. You should donate to them too. There's so much free sheet music there. It's an excellent free online resource. So without further ado, let's dive right in. By the way, I am kind of doing this a little differently. I've always made the video bigger and the sheet music smaller, but I thought, hey, it might be better the other way around. So let me know down in the comments how you like that new format, guys. So the first thing to notice is we're in G major. So you see the F sharp, that's our G major key signature. If key signatures are not familiar to you, check out Music Theory in One Lesson on my channel. And another reason is you'll see the G major chord spelled here, F sharp, giving you either G major or E minor for classical music like this. Well, we see G, B, D right up front, so that's G major. We're also in 6/8 time, which means we have two beats broken into triplets, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and So let's get into the fingerings and kind of talk about the chord progression here. We're going to move through pretty quick. I like these lessons to be short and sweet. So we're starting off with the G major arpeggio, which is open G with your index, open B with your middle, open D with your thumb, and then your ring finger and your pinky over here, you're going to get that G on the high E, which is your 3rd fret. So we get 1 and 2 and 1. Next, you're going to switch to your 3rd finger for F sharp, and then A, 2nd of the G, B first, or C first of the B, and then open D. That's going to last for a quarter note, right? And then F sharp for that last note of the triplet, and G up there. So let's take a listen to what that sounds like. Pay attention to the counting. We have, 1/8 notes as well as quarter notes here. So take a listen. We have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, so after we get to that 1 here, we're going to be doing a G major arpeggio up, right? So this chord here was our D7. So we have 1, 5, 7, 1 as that first chord progression. Check out Music Theory in One Lesson if that doesn't make sense to you. And then we're going to, so up here, this 3rd measure, we're going to be arpeggiating G major here. So D, G, B, D, B. Now that's open D, open G, open B, our D on the B, 3rd fret, and open B. And this G should be held down. You'll see that it has an up stem. So these notes that have these up stems, that's our melodic rhythm. Sometimes they're beamed together just to make it look less confusing, but that melody needs to last for a dotted quarter note there. So you'll make it last all the way to the open B. We get, right? Now, I kind of like to just keep it down because it's already faded out at that point and it kind of acts as an anchor. I would suggest keeping your pinky down. And then we're going to go to C, A, F sharp, D, A, F sharp. Now that's a bit of a stretch. This is another D7 chord, so another 5, 7. C, A, F sharp, D, A, F sharp. Now with the hand, we have middle, index, thumb, thumb, index, thumb. So, and then open G. So let's take a listen to that phrase there. We have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. So kind of a cool little intro. This is why I love Fernando Sor. His pieces are they're either extremely delightful or extremely emotional. This one's delightful. which is kind of a funny word to say in this day and age, but that's, I think, an accurate description. So now we're going to kind of repeat what we had before with this last measure of that first line. So it's G, B, D, G, right? And then we have this ba, da, da, bum, ba, da. So we have F sharp, A, C, open D, C, A, another D7 chord, and it goes to open G, and then we're going to slur off to an open E. So we get our G chord, and then we slur off to an A minor chord, which is our 2, and then we're going to do open D, C, F sharp, which is our 5-7, and then our 1 again, right? So if these Roman numerals, numbers that I'm belting out to you don't make sense, check out Music Theory in One Lesson, but that's kind of how he's building the chords. Now, the counting for this second bit, we have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now, it's kind of tricky because you have to do a slur on the second beat of that second measure of the second line right here, and that's where you count it. So we get 1 and 2 and right. So that's tricky. Now with the right hand, what we're gonna get, I'm just gonna name these fingers off as we go: index, middle, thumb, ring, and then ring, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, slur, index, thumb, thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, and index. Now you might finger it a little bit differently, and everybody kind of does, so don't worry if you think you found something that works better for you. That's just what I like to use, and it's actually probably not as common as what most people would use. So next, on to the next section, you'll see, of course, the fin sign. Oopsies. Oop. Now we're back. Let's grab the circle. So you'll see the fin sign up here. That means eventually we're going to go back to the beginning once we see this symbol here. Once we see that symbol, we'll go back to the beginning and play back to here. Right? So let's take a look. The next part, we start with an open D, A, D, F sharp. That's our D major chord. This is our 5 chord here, right? And then we get D, G, B, right? So this is our 6 chord with a 7 on it, right? So it's kind of like a bass pedal here. This open D is going to be in the next chord, but it doesn't necessarily belong to the next chord. It's called a pedal point. So we get our E minor chord here, which is our 6th chord, right? And then what we're going to be getting here, we're going to get the same pedal tone there, the open D. Then we get A, C sharp, open G, high G, third of the E, and then back to open E. That's an A7 chord. So in this key, the A7 is considered a 5 of 5. So that means it creates tension to bring us back to D major, which it does here. Right? So, and he actually kind of, after giving us D major, he goes to a B, and then back to our D major chord after that. So if I were to play this first part, we have open D, A, D, F sharp, right? So that's second, third, and second on the G, B, and high E strings. And we're going to go with all open strings from the D, G, B to the high E. Then we're going to go open D again, second of the G, second of the B, open high E, third of the high E, open high E, and then you're going to slide your second finger out to get third of the B for that D. And then our F sharp here, second of the high E, open high E, index to second for C sharp to D here, and then our open B, and then we're going to do another D major chord. So we get 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and right. So one more time, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 ba ba So with this part, you have to see the ba 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 da ba as kind of not only a resolution, but it's a close to the phrase there. So 1 and 2 and 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 now what we're going to hear is an E7 chord, right? So this is a 5/7 of A. So we get open D, first of the G for G sharp, open B, open high E. Then after that, we're going to go to another A7, which is our 5 of 5. So we get open D, open G, C sharp, E, high A, C sharp, and then you're going to slide your index up in your second and grab the F sharp and D here. And then we're going to get the 5th fret harmonic of the D string, right? So what we get is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and right? So that's a really fun part to play. This next part's pretty cool too. So what we get is a B, D, and a D. So he's going to be using this pedal tone a lot through this section, just a heads up. So we have B, D, D. So the right hand pattern here is index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. And it's just that over and over again. So we're going to do B, D, and then D. So that's 4/2 of your G and B, and then open D. We're going to do that 3 times, and then move these fingers down to the A and the C, and use the same picking pattern. So we have 1 and 2 and 2 and right. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to A. We're going to keep it on the A and the C again, and then we're going to go to open G. Right. So we have 1 and 2. Then we have another open G and B, 1 and B and D, 2 and A and C, 1 and then we're going to get F sharp, 4th of the D, A, 2nd of the G, and then the D here with our pinky, bom, 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 right? So we get open G and B, then B and D, A and C, and then F sharp and A, and you're going to get that D there, and then we get another open G and B, and after that we get an open A and C, and then an open G and B, and then another F sharp A, and that 4th finger there, right? So overall, what we get, so remember those 2 B and D's up there. I'm going to scroll this up so that we can see the whole part here. We have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to B and D. So let me grab my circle here so I can show you guys exactly where we're at. Back up to B and D here. We're going to finish through to the end. Of course, we're going to run into this symbol, which means go back to the beginning and play to finish. So we have B and D, B and D, B and D, and then we're going to be sliding back to A sharp and C sharp, and then A and C, A and C, A and C, G and B. Right? So we have 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we jump up to B and D. We're going to get C and E with our 3rd and 4th finger on the 5th frets of the G and B. And then back to the B and D, and then A and C sharp, A sharp and C sharp, right? A and C, G and B, and then our F sharp, A and D, and then we're going to grab this D up here, 3rd fret of the B, right? So let's check out that section. We get 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And then we're going to hit that rest and go up to the beginning and play to fine. So let me go ahead and bring this out here. Point this camera at my face. I'm going to go ahead and play the piece for you here at the end of the video. Again, I played it for you at the beginning. That's just my recording. I think I recorded it like a month back. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. So guys, check out musicandguitarlessons.com if you want to see some of the free PDFs and stuff that I hand out. It might be under construction right now. It might be about to be under construction. I'm going to do some work on it. And then it's going to open up as a free resource, and I want to spread more free resources. So I'm going to be making some progress towards that. But for now, you can check it out. I'm going to transfer memberships and do more of a donation-based thing. I want everything I do to be free for you guys. I'm not really worried about making way too much money off of this education stuff. But if you do want to donate, go ahead and sign up for a membership, and I'm going to transfer those over as donations. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. And of course, subscribe and hit that bell. I guess the bell's important now. That's what people are saying. So hit the bell too. See you guys.